stop struggling with your de-esser. Whether it's not doing enough, you can't get the right frequency, or it's too aggressive and now you have a lisp, stop it. This plugin is going to make your life so much easier. Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back. If you're new, subscribe and stick around because I drop videos like this every single day. Today, I'm going to show you a plugin that makes de-essing super simple. All right, so here we are. Got a project pulled up. Just got an instrumental group and some vocals. It's a little EDM pop type thing. I'll let you hear it in a second. But first, let me spoil the plugin. It is Waves Sibilance. This de-esser right here, not only does it sound good, but it's quick to use and it's super easy. But before we jump into it, I'm going to bypass it and let you just hear what we have unmixed, starting with the before.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you got me, you got me, you got me feeling right.
So the sibilance isn't too crazy, but it definitely wants to be tamed a little bit. So let's do that. So let me break down what this plugin does. The look ahead just enables a look ahead function so that it can provide more attenuation of the S's, but it adds 12 milliseconds of latency, which isn't a big deal. It doesn't play back out of time, so it's fine. But if you feel like it's not catching enough S's, you can think of this as like an aggressor mode where it's a little bit more aggressive. I like to use look ahead most of the time. I have it on by default, but sometimes you don't need it. Monitor, what this does is it's going to basically play you the delta signal or the inverted signal, or only the S's that are being tamed. I'll let you hear that real quick. I'll solo the vocal and show you what that sounds like. So you can hear it's only letting the S's through. So obviously you probably wouldn't want to leave this on for your mix, but it's a good way to listen to hear what the S's are that you're catching and see if you need to catch more or less. You know, if you hear things coming through the monitor mode that aren't S's, you might know you might want to back off on your detection circuit, etc. So it's a great tool for that. Now that we got that out of the way, we've got these four main functions basically. Detection is, you can see we got less or more. This is basically saying what is sibilance versus what isn't. On 0, nothing is considered sibilance. So you can see no matter what I do, it's not going to de-ess at all. And then as we move it more towards the right, it's considering more things to be sibilance. So on 100, it's going to find a lot of things to be sibilance, probably things that aren't sibilance. Most of the time, I'm doing numbers between 0 and 50, usually a lot less than 50, but it depends. Threshold is just choosing the threshold at which we start attenuating S's. And you can see up here in the graphical display, which I'll show you in a second, it's really great. And that's one of the main reasons I like this plugin so much, is because it's visually very pleasing and easy to use. So this right here just sets the threshold. Anything below the threshold, whether it's an S or not, is not going to be attenuated. And then anything above it that is considered an S by the detection circuit will be attenuated. Range, this is the max range. This is once something is above the threshold and we determine it's a sibilance and we need to reduce it, how much it goes beyond the threshold determines how aggressively it's going to turn it down, but this can set a cap on it. So for example, if we set the range to 5 decibels, that means no matter how much that sibilance goes past the threshold, it's only going to attenuate it by a maximum of 5 decibels. Not always 5 decibels, but a maximum of. Or you can go all the way down to 48 or anything in between. This can be nice for vocals that have a lot of sibilance and you really need to tame them, but there's a wide variance in how much sibilance you have. Like sometimes it might just go like 1 or 2 dBs over the threshold, and then the next word it goes 20 dBs over, and you don't want it to be ducking so much. You can put a cap on it. That's how I like to think about it. And then right here we have split band and wideband, 2 different modes. And what's nice is it's on a scale, so you can blend in between the two, wideband and split band. Wideband means anytime something is considered sibilance above our threshold, it's going to trigger our de-esser and turn down the whole signal, the whole frequency spectrum, whereas split mode is only turning things down above 4K. And then, of course, you can blend in between the two. I personally like split mode most of the time on 100, but it can depend. Sometimes I like to blend in a little bit of wide mode to make it sound more natural, but it really depends. Okay, so that's how it works. Now I'm going to show you up here the graphic side of it, because I'm telling you this is where it really shines. So I'm just going to play some signal, not really mess with anything, and just watch what's happening and see if you can pick up on it.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe.
So you can see this turquoise, that is the audio file. And these green lines that are moving, that is the threshold, the bounds for the threshold. Meaning,
I know that there's something.
only things beyond those, like above the top one or below the bottom one, are going to be getting de-essed. And if you probably guessed, the yellow marks are what's considered to be S's. So watch as I turn my detection all the way up, we're going to get a lot more yellow.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe.
So all of these yellow stripes are what's being considered as sibilants by the detection. Now, if I put it on 0, we're not going to get any yellow.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe.
Meaning nothing is considered sibilance. And then as you increase it, of course, more things are. So it's a great way to visualize where we're catching that sibilance, and also a great way to visualize where our threshold is. So we can see, if we just want to catch the tips of the S's, or, a little bit more, and then use the range to kind of cap how much we're de-essing. So you can see how the visual is amazing for this. And then, of course, up at the very top, it's showing us how much gain reduction we're getting.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine.
So it's very visually helpful in capturing the S's. In addition to your eyes, you use your ears with the monitor mode. You can really fine tune exactly what is an S, how much we're taming those S's, etc. So now that we understand this plugin in and out, it's really simple. It's really just, detection, threshold, maybe put a range on it if you want. Consider the look ahead. It's super simple, but let's dial something in the context of the mix.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe.
And one thing I really like about this de-esser is the way that it handles the sibilants. It's really smooth and glossy sounding, the way it gets rid of the S's. Whereas some de-essers let it still be harsh, or it ducks it too much. This one just like shaves it off in a really glossy, polished way that I can't describe other than using those words, but listen to how it's handling these S's.
I know that there's something so special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know it.
It still leaves a lot of top end in the vocal, but it just gets rid of that harshness and the jarringness. And that's what I really like in a de-esser is S's are okay with me. That's how we get clarity and high end. And I like that sound, but sometimes it's a little too much. And this plugin's really good at just taming it, but still leaving brightness. Where a lot of other de-essers, like I said, they're going to be too aggressive and they get rid of that brightness and make the vocal sound really dull. Let's flip it into monitor mode and solo the vocal and hear the S's that we're taming. And once again, like I said, this is nice for setting your detection. So if we increase our detection too much, we'll hear that things are going to get caught that aren't S's. And we would notice that in the monitor mode. Like right there, I don't really know what she was saying, or some of the J sounds. Maybe we don't want to do those, so then you can note it back off. So really great sounding de-esser, super easy to dial in. You could see it just took me like not even a full minute to dial it in, and it sounds great. You can, do it to your taste. If you're someone that likes a little bit more aggressive de-essing, this can do it. If you like to leave some S's shine through like me, you can tell this is great for that. So there you have it, guys. Let me know down in the comments below, do you have wave sibilants? Has it been lying around and you've been sleeping on it? I feel like that might be the case, but this one here right here is a gem for sure. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you did, I'd appreciate it. If not, no worries, because I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Inswain with Inswain Audio. Peace.